Entering team select screen. The Tennessee Titans, the home team, are selected. Ready.
It's week 3 of the 2022 season, and we're going to look here at All-Pro Davante Adams. He was perfect for them a week ago, getting a pair of touchdowns and some massive yardage. It's the Raiders and the Titans, and it comes your way next.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Entering play call screen. Onside recover. Onside recover. Return right.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Clear, there, formation, there, play tight, there, RPO, run. Inside handoff, there, AHP blunt dive, AHP blunt dive, AHP dive, AHP wham.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot. C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Entering franchise screen, you have 8 options. Resume is selected.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Entering play call, inside handoff, AHP blunt dive, AHP blunt dive.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. up the middle with Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
R1 button. Square button.
Here's Carr to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Option is set to QB round 1 play. Option is set to FB round 2 play. Option is set to draw 9 plays. Draw. Errors. AHB led draw. AHB draw. R1 button. R1 button.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them to no gain.
Pass. Option is set to play action pass 62 plays. Play coverts. A post white cross.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Circle button. Cross button.
Now Carr.
R1 button. R1 button.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things, getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down. It lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Unplanned, there are 8 cat. Player, there are 8. Formation, there are 8 cat. Play type, there are 8 cat. Run. Pass. Quick pass. Y stick. Stick.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him second in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
First down there by Austin Hooper, who we remember was a 2-time Pro Bowler with the Atlanta Falcons. Wasn't used quite to the same level in Cleveland. This is a great opportunity for him to get back on top of his game, though, with Tennessee. Remember, this Titans organization sent Delaney Walker to 3 straight Pro Bowls and loves stretching the field with its tight ends.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
There are 6 categories.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it
Entering
off.
play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 14. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
There are 6
so that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. That time a 9-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards. He was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way, and he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Cross button. Triangle button.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call. Play type, run, pass. Option is set to standard pass 30. Option is set to shotgun pass 105 plays. Shotgun pass, convex post, inside cross. Convex post.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Cross button.
Now Carr.
Triangle button.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Entering play call, shotgun pass, errors, play type, run. Pitch, there are 7 categories. Play type, formation, there are, play type, there are 8, RPO, run, pass, run. Option is set to outside handoff. Option is set to pitch 3 plays. Option is set to counter 7 plays. Counter weak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Auction is set to pitch free plays. Auction is set to outside handoff. Auction is set to inside handoff 50. Inside AHP blunt dive.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Auction is set to standard pass third. Auction is set to shotgun pass. Auction is set to play action pass 62 plays. Play action pass sprint HV flat. Pass switch dig. Pass teasing. Converts. Processors flood. Pa experts cross.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Cross button.
Now a play fake. Carr.
Triangle button.
To Barkley on the check down. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
There are 6 categories.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
There are 6 categories.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, Tannehill. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Circle button.
They'll come out
Circle
throwing
button.
here to start the drive. Out to Cole on the right side.
Entering play call.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Run.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Carr. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They begin with Henry. Pushes him over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Let's do it.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Again, it's Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
on first down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Let's go. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Oh, how about the first night of the draft in 2022, round 1? The Tennessee Titans stunned all of us when they traded A.J. Brown to Philadelphia. And then moments later, drafted Traylon Burks out of Arkansas, a player who drew plenty of comparisons to Brown in the run-up to the NFL draft. Size,
and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Ryan Tannehill, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Coach suggestions. Unplanned. Player error. Formation error. Play type. Run. Pass. Quick pass. Error. Stick.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Carr to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Entering play. Stick.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Circle button. R1 button.
Barkley inside handoff.
R2 button.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Entering play call. Entering instant call to challenge play. Super sim stats. Coaching. Medical center is selected. Player name K Fackrell. Player name K Cole SR. Position WR. Injury type foot. Injury length TBD. Injury length. Entering play call. Pass barrier 6 stick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Square button.
Carr.
Cross button.
And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Entering Y stick. Stick.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Carr going to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Entering play call. Y stick.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Auction is set to inside handoff 50 plays. Inside, AHB blunt, inside zone split, AHB dive, AHB win.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. A handoff to Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Chandler Jones is now over 100 sacks in his career and has had at least 10 in each of his last 7 full seasons. Las Vegas, they got real good, real fast when they landed him in the offseason.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
There are 6 categories.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away.
Button.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Harold Landry from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
After the sack on 1st down, Carr, catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Entering play call, quick pass, Hail Mary. Play type, there are formation, there are special team, hail, goal, gun, weak, straw, I-form, single back, wing pair, MTNA, spacing, AHP inside zone.
Here's a give to Barkley. Down to about the 45.
Entering play call.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any steps. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Set to quick pass 13 place. Quick pass, Y stick, goal line fade, slants.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cross button.
Now Carr.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Devon Hamilton able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Entering play call. Pass. There are 6 categories. Go ahead 30 not. Y stick.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
Circle button.
They'll drop the
Triangle
throw.
button. R1 button.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Hunt is selected.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the slant complete to Green. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Let's go. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Tannehill. Running the slant, that's Hooper. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Entering play, Y-stick, play, run. Inside, AHP blunt dive.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Saquon Barkley. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Entering play call, play, RPO, run, pass. Quick pass, there, Y stick. Y stick. Y stick, stick.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his car on third down. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Count is selected.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Tannehill. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
And just a yard to go here on second down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Tannehill. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Call,
looking for Traylon Burks that time. And it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Henry up the middle. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Mark Ingram, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
Defend medium pass.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Entering play
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
R2 button. R2 button.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
X curl. Triangle. X curl.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Square button.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, slant to Adams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Robinson's got it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You have 13 options. Y stick is selected. Triangle button.
Here's Carr to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Entering play
Never
call.
make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
QB run, errors. Option is set. Play height. Option is set to FB run to play. Option is set to draw 9 plays. Draw. AHB led draw.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
R1 button.
On the draw, this is Barkley. A beautiful fake. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
AHP mid-draw.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, it's Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Entering play call, draw. There are 7 categories. You have 9 options. HB draw is selected.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Play type, there are 8 categories. Personnel, there are 8. Play type, RPO, run, pass. Screen, WR screen. Play type, there, run. Draw, AHB mid-draw.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Option is set to quick pass 13 plays. Quick Y stick, Y stick.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Square button.
Carr.
Triangle button. R1 button. Cross button.
And he just throws this one away.
Entering play
Smart
clock.
decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
Triangle button.
Back to
Triangle
throw
button.
here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Standard pass. X slice across. Play type, formation, area. Play type, run. Pass. Standard pass, X slice across.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Entering play, X slide, T-tag. Play type, run. Pass. Option is set to quick pass 13 play. Quick pass, Y stick, Y stick, Y stick.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Triangle
Carr
button.
down to throw.
Triangle button.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have come back to make it a 2-point game.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, on plan, player, formation, play type, run, pass. Quick pass. There. Y stick. Stick. Y stick. Stick. Triangle
Carr
button.
will look to throw.
Triangle button.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They made the decision to go for two. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points,
Entering play
but I also
call.
don't know what
Special
kicking an
teams.
extra point
It
being
has 6
down one
options.
does for
If
me.
off left is selected.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 2, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Entering play call.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A first down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Finding Green complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
There are 6 categories.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Tannehill. And he goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Three yards remain for 2nd down. A handoff running left, Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Lambo is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Carr now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. McCarr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play run. Option is set to outside handoff. Option is set to inside handoff 50. Inside handoff. AHP power G.
here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Option is set to FB round to play. Option is set to draw 9 plays. Draw. There. AHB led draw. R1 button.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Option is set to Hail Mary 3 play. Option is set to quick pass 30. Stick.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Triangle button.
Now Carr.
Triangle button.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Y stick. Y stick.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Square button.
Carr going to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. On plan. Player. There are 8 category. Formation. Play type. There. Run. Pass. Quick pass. Y stick.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. Down inside the 10. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfro, 30 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down?
And
forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
RPO. Special. Pass. Quick pass. There. Y stick.
What now?
They'll look to throw.
Triangle button.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Running left, it's Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 10. Here's Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Titans on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Tannehill. Green brings it in. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. And watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
Entering play call,
and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on second down. Tannehill. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Caught by Woods. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
There are 6 categories.
To throw again on second down, Tannehill. Trying to improvise. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Again to Henry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Tannehill now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Let's go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Entering play call, run. Inside hand, AHP blunt dive.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Y stick.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Circle button.
Throwing now is Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Entering play. Y stick. Y stick. Stick. Y stick. Y stick. Stick. Z slant. Double slant.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Triangle button. Cross button.
On the run, it's Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Triangle button.
Carr completes it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Carr out of throw. The slant connects with Davante Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Entering play. Y stick. Y stick. Play. Special. RPO. Run. Option is set to QB round 1. Option is set to FB round 2. Option is set to draw 9 plays. Draw. Error 7. AHB leg draw. R1 button. R1 button.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Square button.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, They can't always account for individual effort defensively, and this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Circle button. R1
They'll
button.
run it again with Barkley. A little juke. And this will leave him a yard short.
Entering
Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Pass. Run. Auction is set to counter 7. Auction is set to draw 9 place. Auction is set to FP run 2 place. Auction is set to QB run 1 place. Auction is set to inside handoff 50. AHP blunt dive.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Cross button.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Entering plate. AHP blunt dive. Empty and AHP inside zone.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Square button.
Barkley will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley.
Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And the Raiders have got him. Below Nichols in there to take him down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Hunter Renfrow leading the Raiders offense back out onto the field again. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. running again with Barkley on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Quick pass there. Y stick.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his car on third down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Titan football. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 8. A little under a minute 50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Tannehill gets it to Burks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Here's Tannehill.
Cover 1 wholly selected.
Pass complete to Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling. Tannehill.
1 wholly selected.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
6 categories.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Throwing Tannehill. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. Tannehill to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Second and 8. Now it's Tannehill. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have 1 big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Tannehill. And he will get in. The two-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
6 options. Return left is selected.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Entering play call, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 50 options. Empty and AHP plunge is selected.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. So out come the Raiders. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Carr now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
You certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
AHP dive, AHP win, AHP/FK and R, AHP win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Play hike, RPO, run, pass. Quick pass, there, Y stick.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Triangle button.
Now Carr.
Triangle button.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Triangle button. Circle button.
Here's Carr.
Plus button.
Shakes
Triangle
off the
button.
sack.
Triangle
But
button.
in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's A.J. Cole now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brett Kern now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's going to field this at the 4. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Entering play call, play type. There are 8 categories. There are coach suggestions. Why sale? On plan. There are player. There are 8 formation. There are 8 play type. There are run, pass, run, inside hand, AHB blunt dive.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Square button.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Quick pass 30, quick, wide, steep, goal line, slants.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Triangle button.
Carr.
Triangle button.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Entering play, Y stick, stick. Triangle button.
Now Carr.
Triangle button. Square button.
Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Carr now on first down. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Entering play, Y stick, stick.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Triangle
Here's
button.
Carr to throw.
Triangle button.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Stick.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Triangle
Now
button.
Carr again.
Triangle button.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Entering play
And now the
call,
common
Y
sight,
stick,
at least on
stick.
this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Triangle button.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Circle button.
To throw is Carr.
Circle button. Square button. R1 button.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Conta selected.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Titans getting set to go. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get in overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Man, what a battle. I mean, what a game this has turned out to be, Charles, as we're going to have now a 5th drive here in overtime.
I don't know how they're doing it out there because the focus, the concentration, that has to stay as high as the intensity, and it's hard to do with how hard-hitting this game has been. But at this point, you've got kicking in your background. Can you go down there and put one through the post so we can all go home?
I don't think they want me down there, but of course we've said it multiple times. That's all it takes right now. 3 to win it.
Inside hand, AHP blunt dive, inside zone split. AHP dive, AHP wham. Inside zone split, zone fake jet. AHP zone WK.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now an injury timeout, and that is Davante Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Entering play call. Entering instant call timeout is challenge play. Super sim is stats. Coaching. Medical center is selected. Entering player name D. Adams. Position injury type shoulder strain. Injury length 1 quarter. Entering play call. AHP blunt dive. Play type personnel error. RPO special pass run pass. Option is set to standard pass. Option is set quick stick.
From the 41, Carr. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Entering play Y stick.
On first down, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receiver players who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Entering play call. Play tight. Personnel error. Play tight. Run. Pass. Quick. Y stick. Stick.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Triangle
now
button.
Carr.
Triangle button. Square button.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Las Vegas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.